What's the word? What's the word? It's your boy Norbs, and this is a special show tonight. I got a special interview with my guy, Goodz the Animal. Boxing, of course, is always crazy as it is. The boxing world is absolutely insane. And of course, more shit goes on by the day. But I got a special interview with my man, Goodz the Animal. He's about to come on. If you're not familiar with Goodz, he's a legendary battle rapper who loves boxing. And I'm going to be expanding the show, doing shit like that, bringing on boxer fans and whatnot. And we're going to talk about Teofimo Lopez and everything going on in boxing today with my man Goodz. After this, I just sent them the link. Let's see how long it takes them. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? We are live. We are waiting for my man Goodz the Animal to come on, but yo, I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you, dog. Shit has been absolutely crazy in the world of boxing again. My man Teofimo Lopez. Man, I don't even want to play the goddamn video. You know what I mean? I don't want to play the goddamn video. I really don't. You know, it's should I do you guys want me to play this ridiculous goddamn video with this guy? I'm gonna do it for you guys. I'm gonna send it to myself. I didn't want to do this, and it's kind of crazy to me because I am a Tio supporter. I like Teofimo Lopez. Ash, what's up, baby? I'm gonna bring it up right now. I'm a big Teofimo Lopez fan. And I can't continue to fucking to I don't even know. I can't support this fucking guy at this point. I'll defend him. I want to defend him. I want to support this guy, right? I want to do everything I can. I really like this guy, Teofimo Lopez, but every freaking time I turn around, this guy does one of the most asinine things. And the worst part about it is he's fucking sober. That's what makes it worse to me. You know what I mean? It's he's fucking sober. It just doesn't make sense. So let me bring the video to you guys real quick. So recently we had the face-offs where Teofimo Lopez was Jesus Christ. Teofimo Lopez was at I think right before he fought Barbosa, you know, they had the whole thing and Terrence Crawford was there and stuff like that. And Terrence gets into it with his sister and comes out and says, you know, he says some disrespectful shit to his sister, says, bitch, don't, you know, before you get slapped. Here's the video right here.
I seen his legs last. I seen it. I seen it.
Before we get in, let me paint the picture for you guys. So Teofimo said a lot of questionable racist shit over the last fucking year. Get the monkey banana, blah, blah, blah. Now, in the beginning, I would have said, you know, he just slipped up. But you can't continue to slip up and do the same exact thing over and over and over and expect to get away with it. And I kept saying this stuff about Gervonta, Terrence Crawford. He runs into Terrence Crawford, I think at the Ring Magazine Awards over in London, okay? And pretty much, you know, Terrence Crawford comes up to him and puts his arm around him and is like, you know, what's up? And he's saying, oh, you know, I did that because I wanted to fight you. I wanted to, you know, I wanted to spar you, get in the ring. Like, and he kind of looks ridiculous. Afterwards, he say, oh, you know, I always wanted to spar him, blah, blah, blah. I want to fight him, trying to make it look like he's not a punk or anything like that, which is cool. I get it. Teofimo is not a punk, and we all understand that, okay? Fast forward to last weekend, Fatal Fury. His sister gets into it with Bud Crawford. I guess she kind of takes it upon herself to defend her brother and his will or whatnot, or whatever the fuck it is, right? And, you know, gets disrespectful. And you know, Bud Crawford, and again, I don't know who got disrespectful first, so let me not say somebody's disrespectful without actually knowing who went first, right? So he does that, and pretty much, you know, from there, It goes left. She starts saying stuff, whatever, and the man responds with the "you don't get slapped, bitch" type of response. Now, was Bud Crawford right? No, he definitely wasn't. But at the same time, as a celebrity, as someone who is in a position, your family has to respect the position you're in and that you're going to run into people. And to me, I think, that's something that had to be relayed to his sister. Now, again, I'm not defending Bud Crawford at all for what was said, but at the same time, I understand, I understand being in the spotlight and having responsibilities and, your family having to respect what you do. I mean, you're a public figure. Okay, I was never as popular as Teofimo, but at the same time, you have to understand what is going on. So whatever. He says, "Bitch, don't get slapped." Whatever. Both parties wrong. I'm with you, Ashley. Now, this video comes out recently. I think last night. This fucking guy is shooting his sponsors on Facebook Live or one of those lives, and this is what he.
I seen his legs last. I seen his legs last fight. Them shits are. I seen his legs last. I seen his legs last fight. Them shits are done, gone.
Now, again, I'm not trying to say Teofimo Lopez is a racist. I don't believe he is. I actually don't believe he's a fucking racist. But he is a fucking complete moron that doesn't have media training. This is a point, you're going to cost yourself checks. This is not going to feed you. And the one positive he has going in boxing is that boxing is the Wild Wild West. There's no situations where you're going to be getting fined, really. It's fucking pretty much corrupt. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in order to that's what he said, Ash. Ash, I'm gonna play it back for you.
I seen his legs last. I seen his legs last fight. Them shits are done.
I mean, listen, there's one thing to talk trash, right? And there's one thing to, coming from New York, I'm from Brooklyn, growing up, we all said it. And I've been trying to, and it's hard for me not to say the N-word or whatnot. But it's always been something when you finish it with the ER at the end of it. And then people are focusing and hanging on that ER at the end. And it's I hate this fucking guy. And pretty yo, good, you there? And pretty much plays himself and it does what he does. So I don't know about Teofimo, man. It's just one thing. Why? You're a fucking asshole. yo, I'm in the middle of something serious, and then it pops up. His dad. It's fucking hilarious. Yo, welcome to the show, my guy. Goodz. What's up, bro?
No, what's going on, man? How you been, man?
Chilling, yo. I was actually talking about. I don't know if you've seen it, but so I don't know. You know what's crazy? I didn't even know you were familiar with boxing. To be honest, I know you were into sports and stuff like that, and I go and I I'm on the internet and I see you on Sean Porter's podcast. And I was like, oh, this nigga is fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm like, you go on Sean Porter's podcast, who has the worst braids in boxing, right? And don't even go on my show. And I was
I've been on your podcast a million times.
No. I strictly stick to boxing podcasts. I don't want to be in that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I got you.
That's crazy. So when I seen you on, I started laughing. I was like, "Damn, son, this is crazy." And I never knew that you were into boxing, but whatever. So we were just talking about Teofimo Lopez. I know you're familiar with Teofimo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see his recent comments over the last couple of years? I mean, the last year, people call him a racist and all that.
Yeah.
And then he got into it with Bud Crawford recently. I think actually his family got into it with Bud Crawford last week. So
Bud actually stepped to him and put his arm around him and punked him.
Yes. So check this out. So the week of the Fatal Fury fight, the day of, he basically gets into it. Bud gets into it with his sister, right?
Mm.
So Teofimo, last night, for some strange reason, films this video training. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but
I saw it.
I seen his legs last. I seen his legs last fight. Them shits are done, gone.
So he tried to say, what Teofimo tried to say. He said, "Where that liquor at?"
Liquor at.
Because he said he was calling his pops a drunk.
A drunk.
That stuff. So he said, "Where that liquor at?" This is what I'm gonna say about Teofimo, and it's something I learned, and as I'm watching also, right? I think Teofimo is a good fighter. I think he's a great fighter. I like Teofimo as a fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a good fighter. As a person, he's a cornball, and you can clearly see he's a cornball. You could tell as a kid he was probably picked on, bullied, probably made him get into boxing. He didn't come from like when I see Berlanga and who else? People that came, you could tell they came from the street. Tank. People that you could tell came from the streets because they was little bad kids, and they got put into boxing to tame them and give them some guidance. You could tell, for me, how I feel. Teofimo he was a corn boy. He was a kid, probably got picked on, got put in the boxing so he could defend himself. And it shows as him being older, he does a lot of corny things. He just like goofy and corny. So, at this point, he did it too much. You shouldn't have said nothing remotely close to anything that sound like the word nigga, because you already had past things with that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So somebody need to put their hands on him at this point. Bud gonna be the one to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. You know what's the crazy thing? Bud is not gonna even. And this is my thing. Like, he's searching. He wants to fight Bud. Bud's not gonna fight you. He's getting $50 million to lose to Canelo Alvarez in September, right? He's not gonna fight you, bro. But my thing is this: like, dog, the guys that you want to fight, the guys that are gonna get you the money, the bag, whether it's Boots Ennis, whether it's
you want to fight Boots now?
You want to fight Boots, but they're all black. They're all black.
Right.
I mean, what if they turn around and say, "Yo, I'm not gonna fight you"? Well, who are you gonna fight? And for me, I'm kind of with you, Goodz, on the whole. I feel like he's trying to fit in. I don't get it.
It's just, and it's a bad way to fit in. It's just corny. After his last fight, you know what I'm saying? I think he boxed well, but he didn't show that superstar grit. Like, he didn't show nothing to make me say you deserve Boots. Like, you can't, with that fighting like that, you're not gonna Boots gonna beat you up fighting like that. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it wrong. I like the fact that he's calling out the names and the people. He's not scared to get in the ring with them. I like that, because I don't like when boxers run. But I like the fact that he's calling out these type of people and he want to fight these names. But fighting how you fought a dude that wasn't on your level at all, and you still ended up with a black eye, I don't understand, bro. He won. He did great, but I don't understand how you end up with a black eye with a dude that's nowhere next to being on your level.
No, I'm listening. I'm with you. I think Tio is a talented boxer. I think he's great. I think he's better than what you think he is, to be honest with you. I just feel as if
I think you racist.
Oh, you think I'm racist?
Yeah, I think you're a little. I think you and Teofimo is like the same.
I mean, you are half Italian, and if you watch all those Italian movies, you know what it is, Goodz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see. I mean, whatever. But anyways, I'm definitely not racist.
My father's white.
He's Italian. Italian and white is completely different.
Nah, but my father's not even. My father's a black man. My mom's is half Italian.
Oh yeah, so she knows what time it is. She makes good pizza sauce.
Nah, hell no. She's more. My mom's not even Italian. She's like a black woman. that's the messed up part. It's like, I don't even know where the Italian went, but my mom's is half Italian, but she's a black woman. She don't, the Italian shit, I don't know where that's at.
I mean, when I met you, I thought you was Puerto Rican. But anyways, Ash says, "Did you always watch boxing?" I didn't even know you watched boxing.
I always watched it as a casual fan. I really got into it like 2000. I want to say like 2019.
Really?
Yeah, like that's when I like really got into it. Now I sit here. After I watch it, I'm counting rounds. Like, I'm really like into it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know who's who. I know people capabilities. I know who's good with what. Like, I know a few things now. I wouldn't say I'm the best, but I do got some knowledge of it, and I could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I actually had some people like You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to like even I must be pretty decent if I was on Sean Porter's show. You know, he's a professional boxer, he's retired. But and on top of that was good for me because Sean Porter is one of my favorite boxers.
I like Sean. I actually met Sean when he won the belt years ago. We actually I was booked to do an appearance, and he was booked at the same in Akron because he's from Akron, and that's where I met Sean. That's when he first won his belt. But when I seen you on there, I was like, "Yo, that's crazy that Goodz is on there." And it's kind of a small world, to be honest with you. And I was happy for you because I'm like, I see you expanding your brand, really doing a lot more. I seen you got the podcast and all that, and you're finally, in my opinion, taking advantage of your talents because you do got a big ass mouth and you like to talk shit. So I think you should get paid for that. I think you're better than a guy like Joe Buttons and these other guys. I think you should make some money over there.
It's just crazy because the podcast thing was not something I wanted to do, unless everything was set up the way like I could just come in and be the act. If you get what I'm saying, and don't have to worry about nothing, setting it up myself. And shout out to my man G-Lock. G-Lock shoots that with me. Shout out to G-Lock on 51 Designs. He sets up everything where I'm able to just...
he's the one that shot he shoot for
Summer Madness
HBO.
too.
Yeah, but he shoot
he's a shoot for HBO too. He did a lot of stuff. G-Lock got a whole bunch of Emmys and all that. But that's why he's very professional. He knows how to... When I come in, I could just be the act. Like with DNA, when we come in, we could just go straight to just naturally talking. You don't got to worry about setting nothing up and worrying about this and that. So that's the great thing about it. If it's like that, you know what I'm saying, I don't mind doing it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it. I mean, if I make some money off it, I make some money off it. If I don't, it's all good. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? For the time.
No, I mean, I get it because it is a lot that goes behind a podcast. Like, bro, like you come to my crib, I got like mad equipment, cameras.
Somebody said, "What am I brushing?" Don't see my beard, my little beard.
Yeah, that's a Beijing. You know what I mean? That's not Beijing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm brushing his beard, his little beard, man.
So how'd you actually end up getting with Sean?
Well, his I don't know if it's his manager, but it's somebody very, very close to him that's a big battle rap fan, and I'm his favorite. And I wound up doing an interview with my guy Sincere. Shout out Sincere. He actually was a big fan of mine. He told me this. He came to one of my Slick Talk ciphers, and he like, "Yo, Goodz, man. One of the things on my bucket list was to get an interview with you." And he's like, I didn't know how to go about it. And and I was explaining to him like, "Yo, bro, I'm probably one of the most down to earth people in the world, but you came to my joint, we knocking it out now. Like that ain't nothing. Like this for you coming to show support. You know what I'm saying?" So we knocked at the interview, and then we was talking about boxing, and he was bugged that I knew some of the things I knew. Like he was looking at me like, "Yo, this nigga really know boxing." I ain't think I knew that much. The kid Sincere really knows boxing, I don't know. I don't want to say it wrong. I don't know if this is Sean Porter, manager, or just somebody very close to him. But my man Malcolm, he knows boxing in and out. So Sincere, since he saw that, I wound up talking. I told him Sean Porter was one of my favorite boxers. And he was like, "Yo, I got the joint with him." Well, he might have told me that first. He might have told me that he got some interview with him, and I was like, "Yo, that's one of my favorite boxers. That's crazy." And he linked me with Malcolm. He said, "Yo, Malcolm is like you his favorite." Malcolm did. He linked me with Malcolm, and I was telling him like, "Yo, I want to get into that boxing lane anyway. So whatever it is." Then he told the Porter he showed support of me. Porter start watching my shit, and then the rest was history. And that's how it went.
Yeah, I rock with Sean heavy. I like what he's doing. But I was happy to see you. Dude, I think I seen like a FaceTime. I think you was on with him or somebody else. It was they were recording it, but it was pretty dope. I don't know if that was you, but I thought it was you. But
it was. Yeah. That was me. You saw it.
You'll be surprised because Gervonta Davis cursed me out. He knew exactly who I was. Cursed me the fuck out. Yeah, Gervonta Davis hated me. Well, I said he wasn't a Hall of Famer, and Gervonta, he said I looked like a big McChicken. That's what he said. So I don't know exactly what that meant, but that's what Gervonta does not like. He did not. So I was surprised how many people actually knew me, but especially like Gervonta Davis, to insult me like that was an honor, to be honest with you.
Right. But, he was talking shit about people. I mean, listen, I wouldn't disagree with you. I think Gervonta is a great fighter. I think he just need to add some key names to his resume. He got to fight at least two people out of, like
Yeah.
like a Shakur, even still a Devin, even though Devin ain't looking the same, but he got to fight those names, some names. He need at least two, and he'd be good. I
No,
wouldn't be
I'm
mad
with
at seeing him fight.
I like to see him fight
Shakur
Teofimo
too.
Shakur.
Teofimo.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Teofimo.
So Ash wants to test your knowledge of boxing. She's like, "What do you feel about Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez? What do you feel about that?"
Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. I talked about this before. I had a whole different outlook on it before this last fight. But let me say this: what people don't talk about what Bud is. Bud is probably the greatest in the world right now. What people don't talk about what Bud is that Bud gets hit, and they don't talk about that. I've seen Bud get hit.
Yeah.
My concern with Bud is, can he take a Canelo punch at that size?
Yeah.
A body shot at that, because Crawford is not gonna run; he's gonna fight. And the thing is, I gotta see how he takes a Canelo punch, because I have seen Canelo knock out light heavyweights. He go in the ring with people that's, by the time they walk in the ring, they 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So after watching last Canelo fight, and I only saw the 9th to the 12th round, Canelo does look like he's losing a step, and he doesn't cut off the ring anymore like he used to. It's like, and it's not even like he can't do it. It's like he just don't want to. He's tired of just he don't give his all in fights no more, and he doesn't cut off the ring like he's supposed to cut off the ring. Like I do was jumping around, moving, and Canelo was getting frustrated, and you got to figure out how to cut off the ring. You used to do it, so looking at that now, I think it's a 50-50 fight. And I was saying I didn't have Crawford one of my favorite fighters. I didn't have Crawford at all. I had Canelo, just for him jumping up those weight classes, and Canelo already being there, him fighting these bigger guys.
Yeah.
It was really a problem with me on how Crawford was gonna take a Canelo punch, and I didn't think he could.
You know what's crazy? You bring that up, and after Bud fought Madronov, a lot of people felt that about Bud. They were like, "Oh, he's getting hit against a guy 154. Doesn't look as good. Doesn't look as sharp. Couldn't take him out." Right? And a lot of people said that. So it's kind of like, to me, it's what happens. What you did for me last, or whatever. And Canelo ended up going last. But to your point, I'm with you on part of that. But Bud doesn't run, and I feel like that dude was a track star. Like literally, he was
for sure.
So like, I
get
it.
A lot of Cuban fighters are like that.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, Canelo was like, "Yo, bro, I'm not chasing this dude. It's 7 a.m. in Saudi Arabia. There's like 5,000 people in here. Nobody even came out. I don't even want to be here." You know what I mean? So I think it's definitely going to be a different fight. I'm with you. I'm excited for it. I still got Canelo winning. I think he's going to be well prepared for that. And listen, Bud is almost 39. He's almost 38, 39.
That's what I'm saying. But Bud is a different. The thing that a lot of people say about Bud is a different animal. Bud is one of them people that he got that like Kobe mentality, that Michael Jordan mentality, and people don't have that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I love LeBron. I think LeBron's a great player. I don't think he don't have that mentality though. He don't got that eye of the tiger, and that's what Crawford has. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he one of them people, he won't let you beat him in nothing.
You know, absolutely, yeah.
So I do think coming up that much to that weight class, to somebody that been there fighting, that fought light heavyweights, that beat those people that's bigger than him, I think it's gonna be hard. I just don't know if Crawford could take one of those body shots from Canelo.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think it's gonna be an interesting fight. I think Canelo does win. I think Canelo might stop him. But let's keep going past that. Like, it's kind of crazy how hip hop and boxing is very similar, and it's been kind of crossing over. And there's a big fight going on July 11th, right, with the ladies. It's all women called Amanda Serrano and things of that nature, right? So I never really felt like, for me, I feel like battlers are coming over to boxing. A lot of people get intertwined, and the beef, Clarissa Shields versus Remy Ma. So let me break it down to you. So Amanda Serrano, right? They go back and forth, her and Clarissa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much.
They're not in the same weight class, though, right?
No, they're not. But the reason I bring it up is because Amanda said that. This is what she stated. And I thought this was hilarious, and I want your take on it.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I invited Remy to the fight. And Clarissa said, well, I'm going to be there. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, shit. Madison Square Garden about to be lit July 11th. And I want to be there, Goodz. What's your take on that whole – because I don't really like talking about it, but I'm like, if anybody could talk about it, got to be Goodz, because that shit to me is crazy how
it's going to be in Madison Square Garden?
Madison Square Garden. It's going to be the best fight of the year.
I know, but first of all, I think that girl got jerked, especially that second fight.
Oh, Amanda.
Mm-hmm. It's terrible that they let that happen. That girl kept headbutting and they take a point away. And I don't. All for that alone, honestly, makes me don't want to watch that fight. I'm so frustrated. That shit is whack. Yeah. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And it's all for that alone. If they do that again, man, I'm gonna throw something on my TV. It's just terrible. That ref should have got fined, kicked out, something. Anyway, but normally stuff like this will happen at the Barclays. You know, the Barclays is mixy. Yeah. Anything, the Barclays, the Madison Square Garden is more.
Yeah,
Barclays is the hood. That shit mixy. So this is gonna be crazy. The thing is, though, she's a professional boxer, though, so she has to understand that you can't. And I know Remy from the Bronx. Remy get busy. Remy's a fighter. She's not a boxer, though, but Remy is a fighter. Yeah. Like, since I know she's a fighter, for sure. Mm-hmm. She used to beat chicks up and all. I remember, but she's not a boxer. So, you know, when you're a boxer, you got to have more. You can't just go in there and pick a fight with somebody that don't box.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even going to look right. If you let me start fighting and you win, you don't get no points for that. You know what I'm saying?
How awkward it's gonna be. I'm going to be in the building. I'm going to that fight. My co-host on my other
you
show.
Going there?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to be there. So like, it's kind of weird because I
hope they make a mistake and hit you.
No, I'm going down if she hits me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to go into convulsions. You know me. I like to sue people. You know what I mean? Fuck that. But you know, it's just crazy because I just see people just crossing over. I see you know, Shotgun Suge over there. He's doing you know, celebrity boxing. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to box now. Like, I mean, what the fuck's going on?
Everybody ain't trying to box because Shotgun Suge tried to do that event and nobody showed up. So these niggas act like they want to box, but they don't really want to box. I mean, because I'm not a boxer. You know what I'm saying? If you get beat up on camera,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know. Trust me, I've been beat up on camera. I know. But you know, it is kind of wild though that it's getting like kind of like people like the celebrity boxing is kind of blowing up. Like, and you know, people seeing Jake Paul, and I feel like now Gilly's doing it out in Philly. We just seen DK doing it. What do you think about the celebrity boxing? Everybody trying to get that check.
I think it's entertainment. I think it's entertainment, man. If you're a hustler, you can find a way to make money in anything. I think you know, it's a lane for that, and it's shown that it's a lane for that. And, you know, you got people that'll never be on the big stage of boxing because they're not boxers, but you got people that want to get some stuff off their chest, or they just feel like they could fight, and I think that's a great way to show it and to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I think people don't actually understand the craft or actually follow. That shit is really an art form. Like, these guys are really like putting in that work, that pain. Like, it's not just showing. Like, most people don't, and that's what I was saying. I'm like, bro, like, most people can't go around like that shit. That people think 3 minutes they could do it. I'm like, bro, it's not as simple as just showing up there and doing 3 minutes against somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No,
it's
you know how long 3 minutes is fighting?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Right.
Let me ask you this: who are your top fighters right now? Who do you, when you hear fighting, who do you fuck with?
Oh man, my favorite fighter right now is probably Bivol.
Really, Dimitri?
I like Dimitri.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you why. He went up against Beterbiev, who had 20 wins, 20 knockouts.
Yep.
Okay, 20 wins, 20 knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
I had him winning the first fight and the second. I think he got jerked the first fight. I had him win. If he didn't win, it was a draw. That fight should have been a draw, but I had him edging that fight. Didn't get knocked out. Took some great punches where anybody else would have dropped. Fought him again. Beat him that fight. Did get knocked out. Took some great punches from a knockout artist. So when Better Beef record is, 21-1 now?
Yeah.
He got 2 fights that's not knockouts, and it's only one person.
Yeah.
I think Bibble is a pure boxer.
Oh, Elliot's got a phone call. Hold on, yeah. Give me a second. Wayne Goodz back on stage. Give me a second. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all share. Please hit the link, share. Waiting for him to come back on. Give me 1 second. He probably got a phone call. Motherfucker put Norb's dad is hilarious. Anybody want to call up and ask questions, you guys can. I think the number's going across the screen. Let me know. He was speaking about Bivol. Yeah, Bivol is a really strong area. Yeah, keep going. You got a call, didn't you? But yeah, you were saying Bivol.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Hold on, because this shit can. Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
So I was saying that Bivol is a pure boxer. He got a tough chin, and he's a good boxer. That's one of my favorite boxers right now. Of course, Crawford is one of the top. I like Tank too, but I'm starting to Tank is making me kind of like, it ain't so why he about to fight Jake Paul. I'm kind of pushing away off. I'm kind of starting not to, because I just need to see him fight somebody.
Yeah.
All right. Who else? I like Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
I like Shakur. I think people don't give him enough credit, because Shakur talk too much, and he can make you not like him.
Yeah.
Wow, this ain't coming on here. All right, fuck it. He can make you not like him. And who else? I like Belanga, man.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe I like Belanga's story.
I explain.
Just where he came from. He's from Brooklyn. He's from New York. He came from the slums. You know what I'm saying? He worked his way, and he got a Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? And people thought he was going. He lost, of course, but he did way better than people thought. Out of everybody Canelo just fought, he did the best.
Yeah, no, he did good. He did good.
And he came back and won his next fight.
I mean, he did fight a guy named Montequilla. I don't know what that means.
I know. I know. I want to see him fight Plant though.
I want to see that fight too, bro. I'm dying to see it. He's actually going to be fighting Hamza Shariz July 12th, the day after that Amanda Serrano fight. That's why I said I'm going to be in New York for all of that. I don't know if you know that. He's fighting, and Shakur's actually the undercard. He's fighting.
Yeah, I know. It was a whole big thing about that. I don't think Shakur should be the undercard. I think him and Zepeda should be the main event, but
I think it's the better. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that Berlanga is the actual the headliner?
What do I think? What?
Why do you think he's the headliner over Shakur?
Maybe because he's more exciting. He talk more shit. He just got a knockout. He can knock you out. He's just more. It's more entertainment, and that's what boxing is about. Just more entertainment. I think he's more exciting.
No, that makes sense, because a lot of people, especially in recent memory, have been really disappointed with Shakur. And maybe it's and I actually posed this question to Lou DiBella the other day about his hands. Are his hands healthy? Is he going to be able to finish somebody when he needs to? You know what I mean?
That's the thing. We got to see is his hands healthy, because he looked like he hurt his hand the last fight when he fought the plumber or whatever the dude.
He was a plumber or carpenter. I forget what it was.
Carpenter, plumber, shit. He don't got to work for the rest of his life no more. He good.
He's straight. Somebody bring up. What do you think about Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason, and Ford?
I like Abdullah Mason, and I like Keyshawn Davis. I think I think that's the future. I think they coming up. I like both of them. I like Keyshawn too because he talk shit. He's entertaining, and he been showing improving his last fight. So Keyshawn need to get somebody right now, and he want him. To show how great he can be. He need to get somebody right now. Like let's say who you think?
I mean, he did say he wanted to fight Teofimo. A lot of people say he wanted to fight Gervonta Davis. That was something, but
I don't want to see him in Javante yet. I would like to see him. I would like to see him in Teofimo. I would like to see that.
That'd be fine. I mean, I would too, but Teo's out. He's on Boots Ennis' ass right now. They saying that might be locked in coming up soon.
That's dope, but that's dope though, and I can't. That's one thing I like about Teo. Teo, he's going to make the best fight happen. I like him versus Boots. He's stepping up to be great. I like it.
What do you like about Abdullah Mason?
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think Abdullah Mason fight. I saw some highlights, but I only fight, and that's a fight. I think he got knocked down in that fight.
Against Mexico, yeah.
Yeah, but then he came back strong. That toughness, man, and he's also entertaining, very entertaining, very like lightning. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He put on a show, so that's big in boxing now. You know what I'm saying? Any show he got grit by getting knocked down, getting back up, and beating a dude up and winning. So I like shit like that.
You be going to the fights?
Nah, I don't go. I like to stay home watching.
Yeah, I do too. But you got to pull up to that fight on July 11th. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy. New York, like I know. So I wasn't in New York for the Fatal Fury shit, but I heard that it was kind of lit. Like just seeing the presses and all that type of shit.
Yeah, I ain't ever go down there. That whole being in the middle of Times Square shit, I wasn't feeling that.
You wasn't with that. You didn't. So you don't even. Nah. You never been to Vegas for the fights or nothing. That's not.
Nah, but if Canelo and Crawford fight, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I'm working on that now. They fighting on September. It says it's going down, so I'm working on that now.
September 12th, Friday. I mean, you running around with Wayne, bro. I mean, Wayne got the plug. What's up?
Wayne don't come outside though, man. Wayne is in his own world. Wayne is chilling, man. When I chill with Wayne, I'm chilling with him. You know what I'm saying? We just chilling, talking, relaxing. Wayne not outside no more like he used to be running around.
Bro, every time I turn around, he's on the NFL Network with G. Every time I turn around.
Wayne loves sports. And Wayne is a boxing fan, but he's more of a UFC fan. He's a big UFC fan. Yeah, he put me onto a lot of stuff with UFC. So we'll do stuff like that. He'll hit me. If I fly out to wherever he have a show, we chilling, and they'll hit me. Yo, there's a UFC fight on. Come upstairs and shit. Come upstairs. We in a suite just watching the UFC. So he put me onto a lot of that, the UFC joint. And I was in the UFC, but him breaking down who's nice, and I didn't know none of that. So yeah.
No, he's knowledgeable. I actually enjoy watching him on the NFL Network, and I think he's pretty dope. I've been watching him for years.
He know a lot. Like he's really into sports. He know a lot about all that. I don't know NFL at all. He know NFL. He know basketball. Like he know just sports. You know what I'm saying?
How did that? Before we get into the Wayne thing, you said, what do you think about Dana White getting into boxing? He recently came out with Turkey Al-Asik, and they're saying that that they're actually throwing the Canelo versus Buck Crawford. That's going to be the first promoted boxing match by Dana White. And
that's the Ring, right?
Well, the Ring magazine is owned by Turkey Al-Asik.
Okay.
The deal that they signed was with I forgot what they call it, which is Dana White.
Yeah, they did a company together, didn't they?
Yeah, so they got a deal together where they're coming up with their own boxing league, and the first boxing event that he's going to be throwing is going to be Canelo versus Crawford on the 12th, and it's supposed to be on Netflix. That's just going to be crazy. Netflix is trying to buy it. What do you think about, since you're following UFC, Dana White stepping in on and doing his own boxing shit?
I think it's fire. I think with them together, we're gonna get I think Turkey Al-Asik came in and since he came in, we have been getting the best fights we have gotten the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think now boxing is just on the way up. I don't think it was on the way down at one point. I think now it's on the way up. I think we're gonna get some of the best fights we could get, which is good because now it's really showing. For instance, Zoo, what's his son name?
Tim Zhu.
Tim Zhu. They was making him like he was a prospect, and I liked him when he fought the tall dude. That's I never really watched him. I watched him that time, and I liked him. He nice. He nice with his hands, his movements. I'm like, he nice. He was beating the tall kid, Fedora. He was beating him. The whole bloody shit happened. I think they should have called the fight over. He should have stopped. But anyway, so and the way they was bigging him up, and then I'm watching him. I'm like, oh, he might be that nice.
Yeah.
Then he fought in the very next fight and got beat up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bad.
Really bad. So what's happening is that they're not letting you build the fighter no more. Get a bunch of no-name niggas they could beat. They put him against somebody that's a problem for him that doesn't have a big name, and it showed, and he beat him up.
Somebody asked, what do you think about? Why isn't anybody talking about Inoue? I don't know if you're familiar with Inoue.
Yeah. Inoue just had a great. That's the thing. I only saw one fight with Inoue, and that was with what's the dude they fought? The black dude from Philly.
Yeah, I think it was a Scooter. What the fuck is his name?
No. I can't think his name right now. But I saw that fight. I saw him win that fight, and they was bigging him up too. And I was like, I just said this on the Porter show before I watched it. I said the height. I said I don't know if it's all height. I don't know because I didn't watch him, but I just watched him fight that Mexican, and I like him. He's the real deal. He showed grit too because he got knocked down that fight, got back up, and won that fight.
Yeah, I mean he's a star, bro. Listen, Japan is going to be behind him. Stephen Fulton, that's what it was. Like,
it was for Stephen Fulton. Yep.
I mean, it's it's
but
crazy.
I gotta see
fight somebody. But the thing,
not too much people in his weight class.
Well, the fight I want to see him fight is Bam. I want Bam Rodriguez to go up and fight him. I don't know if you're familiar with Bam, but if you're not, get to watching Bam. He's a dog. Like he's really that guy.
I'm gonna watch him. I'm not familiar with Bam. I don't think.
Bro, I'm telling you right now.
What weight class he in?
He's fighting at 118, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow! I see. I don't watch those down there, but he need to go up, and he need to probably go up and fight him.
And that's why a lot of people don't speak on Inoue as well, because the lighter weight classes. And it's crazy because in women's boxing is opposite. All the smoke is in the lighter divisions, like 130 and around there. Like that's.
But you know what? Because you got to understand though, there's a lot of women that's gonna be in that weight class. It ain't too much women that's in that 180, 190, 170, 160. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
130 is like that's where to be. I mean, you don't got a lot of men, a full grown, like a man shouldn't be 118, bro.
Like, nah, hell no, bro. Hell no. Yo, what I was gonna say, would you ever date a female boxer?
No.
Why not? I gotta hear this. Why not?
I'm good. I don't want nobody kicking my ass because they mad at me.
So now it'd be a no. So you wouldn't be able to pull the Pat Post and Clarissa thing. You wouldn't be able to do that.
No
chance.
This shit ain't working, bro.
What's not working? What do you have? What's going on?
No, I'm trying to make these AirPods not working.
I wear straight headphones, and I don't fuck with that shit. She's gonna keep brushing that beard too much. Anyways, but I know you got a lot of stuff going on. I see the thing with Wayne. You got your sneakers dropping. I would definitely want to plug that in. How did you get up with Wayne? How the fuck that happened? That kind of like for me, it came out of the blue, but I haven't been paying attention anyway. But
yeah, it did. I mean, I don't send nobody my moves, but Wayne just DM'd me one morning. That's how it happened. He just DM'd me one morning, like
How do you say that? With just like, yeah, Wayne just DM'd me one day, bro. If like, let me think. If like Canelo Alvarez DM'd me one day, I'd be ecstatic. How do you not like? What was the feeling to get Wayne to? I
mean, for me, it's different, man. I'm just all these people is he's a human being, like I'm a human being. So, and then through the years, I done had so many people reach out to me to tell me they fuck with me, they rock with me, and Wayne probably by far one of the biggest, maybe. I saw Drake in a club a long time ago, and he told me he fuck with me. And I was bugged off for that because he knew exactly who I was and shit like that. But at the end of the day, for me, what it be is the reason I say it like that, and it don't be too like, it's because if these people already are established, they where they at, they millionaires, they're good. I'm still trying to get there. So I appreciate anybody for reaching out saying they fuck with me. I'm gonna tell them the same thing. I fuck with you, but that's where it stops for me, because it's just, it's a you appreciate, you respect what I do, you rock with it. I respect what you do, I rock with it. But if you're not trying to help better my situation or help me, you know what I'm saying, get through a bag, it ain't. That's just it. Okay, cool, thank you. You know, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, with Wayne, it was a little different though. Wayne reached out. Wayne didn't have to DM me. He DM'd me himself. And he told me he fuck with me. He told me keep spitting that. I forgot how he said it, but that intellectual, you know what I'm saying? The way he said it was, he was focused on one thing. Like, I like the type of stuff you rap about. I like what you represent.
Yeah.
And you spit that shit. And that was dope to me that he recognized that, because in battle rap, you know, there's no way want to hear that money shit. You know, these little dirty niggas, they talk crazy, you know. And it's like, yeah, well, a nigga like, these are the niggas I rap for. It ain't for a nigga like you, right? So when you reached that was big, and I respected and I appreciated it. But to me, it still was like, yo, I appreciate you. That's big coming from you. Thank you. And that's it though.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But he took it a step further by saying, yo, who you fucking with? You fucking with somebody? And I'm like, nah, not right now. He like, yo, take my number. Give me your number. Let's talk. I'm gonna hit you. And he did everything he said and hit me. So, you know, that's big in itself. And he extended his hand, you know, and that's further than, you know, a lot of other people, or further than what a lot of other people did. So
No,
yeah, I rock with Wayne. Wayne, my man. I respect Wayne, man. I could call him right now and I could chop it on about whatever. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we don't even talk about rap. We talk about just different movies and like regular shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So shout out to Wayne.
Nah, you know it's crazy. I respect what you say, because you know it's true. Doing what you do, a lot of people reach out, but you know it's more so to I don't know. I guess they're fans. So when you see somebody reach out like that, it is definitely a big thing. Sorry guys, we just lost Goodz. He should be. Oh my God, DNA Tooth in the building. Tooth, what up, my guy? Tooth is in here. TKO. I'm bad with names, guys. But to Good's point, I've had a lot of people reach out, and it is kind of dope. But to get somebody to reach out and want to help you is completely different. That shit is a different ball game. Yeah, we're talking boxing. I don't know why the fuck I just brained it up because my man got to plug in his sneakers and what he's got going on. Jesus Christ, guys. Jesus. Sparks, I appreciate that. There's a number on the screen if y'all want to talk about it. I just wanted to get Goodz in here because he does speak. He does fuck with boxing. He was just on the Sean Porter podcast, so that was pretty dope. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that, Spark. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things like this as well. I usually kind of stick to just boxers and stuff like that because I don't feel like a lot of people know about it. But there are a lot of people that I am going to bring in regards to boxing or rap and out of the industry that follow boxing. I was trying to get Remy on here. She was supposed to come on a couple times, but you know, she got her own stuff going on. Cass wants to come on. So I'm not opposed to interviewing people that are outside of boxing that follow it. And I just like talking boxing. So anybody that you feel like you want me to interview that is not particularly a boxer, as long as it's pertaining to boxing, I'm definitely with it. I'm definitely with it. Then he says, New Yorkers love talking. Ask them one thing and it's a 10-minute explanation every time. That's funny. That's funny, Danes. But I'm taking some questions on here. I don't know. I think Goodz fell off. I think he had to do something at 9. So, you know, shout out to Goodz. Probably not going to be coming back on, but I definitely appreciate the brother for coming on and giving me some of his time. The number on there is 470-326-6329. You guys want to call up right now and talk. I'm over here late night kicking it with y'all. No, I don't. Ash, I don't talk about it. I'm talking about. I just, it's not for me. But it just seems as if, you know, a lot of people are starting to trickle over to boxing, which to me is absolutely hilarious. You know, Gerald was actually on last week in the morning, but you guys need to start sharing the YouTube channel. It's weird because on Twitter this shit is super duper popping. Come in. You go. On Twitter it's super duper popping. As well as Instagram. So I'm trying to build it up over here, but I'm gonna be doing different things, dropping shorter clips, but we got full episodes on there, and as well as gonna be on iTunes starting this week. I just interviewed Lou DeBella, which is a super dope interview. If you guys have not seen that, please go check it out. Whatever. What about collabs on other channels? Yeah, I'm with it, Dane. I definitely would collab on other channels in regards to boxing. So it's kind of weird though, because a lot of these guys that do the boxing channels, and I'm just being real. So a lot of them have embraced me with open arms, but there are some that I guess view me as a threat, and my stuff is growing. It's growing really well, and I'm getting a lot of people hitting me up, a lot of big promoters hitting me, a lot of people wanting to come on the show. I'm scheduled to interview guys like Richard Hitchison, as well as Richard Hitchens, as well as Edgar Berlanga, but there's a lot of boxers hitting me up, a lot of people, and it's pretty dope. But sometimes when people view you as a threat, they're not willing to collaborate. But for me, I'm trying to collaborate with whoever, man. I just want to talk this boxing shit and continue to grow it. You know what I mean? I'm actually bringing on my young boy in a few minutes. My guy, Joseph Brown. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he is one of the future of boxing right now. He's a legit dog. And he's going to be he's signed to Mayweather camp, one of the best out there right now, one of the best. Hold on, I'm texting him right now. So please stick through. This kid is dope. It's kind of weird because I just seen who's actually fighting this weekend. I forgot. I'm not even sure who's fighting this weekend. Ash, tell me who's fighting this weekend. Might be cool collab. Mazuma, TC. I mean, listen, I'm with whatever. Whoever wants to collab, I'm definitely with it. I'm totally with it. Waiting for my man Joseph Brown to come on right now. Have reached out. Ulysses, I've definitely reached out to other content creators. I'm doing stuff with my guy Marco KO. He's very big on the Instagram scene. He does all those old videos, old boxing videos, so that's pretty dope. Shouts to my guy. You know what I mean? The hangout. I reached out to a lot of people, man. Like for me, it's money to go around. So I'm definitely interested in working with whoever. That's how Christine ended up being my co-host. I reached out to her, interviewed her. I thought she was really interesting, and now she's a part of my show. Same thing with my guy Jamel Herring. That's my guy. Getting real cool. He loved my stuff. We started working, so it's definitely worth it. You said cock. I can't even say that, Rich Woods. I didn't even know that was going down, but I'll definitely tune in. I'm not really familiar with either, to be honest. It's kind of weird because there's so many boxers out there. And yo, bro, sometimes names you pop up, I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, Jesus Christ, I be feeling dumb as shit, to be honest with you. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Call up right now. The number is up there right now. Let me see if I can pin it real quick. Ban user and delete their comments. No, that's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. Here's the number right now. If y'all want to call up 470-326-6329. UK fighters. Oh, yeah. You know what's crazy? A lot of the people outside, I'll tell you this, a lot of the women boxers that are coming up are definitely all into interviewing. They're definitely with it. The only ones I've had problems with getting is like Amanda Serrano. I don't think she does many interviews. And Clarissa would hit me occasionally on her inbox, in my inbox. But it was more so, I think she was beef with Cam. I had reposted some stuff and she had posted some shit to me like, fuck Cam. And I was like, all right, whatever. But I couldn't get her. You said, where am I from? I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I don't live there no more. Oh, my guy's on right now. I got to bring him on. I'm going to bring him on. My guy, Joseph Brown, what's good?
Yo, what's up?
It's crazy. My man repping Rolly already, dog. What's good, bro?
Nothing much, just chilling. Oh, thank you.
Huh?
You said the shirt?
Yeah, I seen the shirt. It was funny because I seen you this weekend or last weekend, repping my guy Rolly hard body, man. So definitely appreciate that, man. Fuck it, so we can start off. What's good, man? How you been?
Pretty good, pretty good. No, pretty good.
For the people that don't know who you are, bro, let them know, dog. Let them know how badass you are, bro. Because some people be sleeping, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Joseph Brown. Right now I'm a professional boxer. I'm signed with Floyd Mayweather, and I'm 5-0 right now.
5-0, doing your thing, and it's kind of crazy. Like recently, in the last couple months, I've seen you been working with Rolly a lot. So when I seen it this weekend, I was like, "Oh shit, that's dope." How did that relationship kind of get established? By the way, like how did that just? I don't know. Talk to me.
I mean, me and Rolly met through just being at Floyd's gym and stuff. We just kind of grew close because we was always like in the same gym training together.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, he's been like a big brother to me. Ever since helping me in and outside the ring. So that's my guy.
How much has he helped you inside and out the way? Because it seems like he's kind of taking you under the wing. Like he shows you a lot of love, bro. Like every time I see like videos, I watch you guys, I'm like, damn, like y'all look real close and stuff like that.
Yeah, he helps me a lot. Like definitely a lot. He's definitely like a big brother, big mentor to me. Um, I mean, yeah, he helps me a lot. We talk like every day.
Somebody's asking where they make that shirt at. I'm trying to get one too. We got to order it.
Oh,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
he gave it to me. I was like for him and his team.
Well, tell Rolly he got to put those on sale because there's a lot of us that actually want to. But I want a team Rolly. I like Rolly. I mean, you was at the Times Square event this weekend or last weekend. What did you get out of it? What was the atmosphere like? What did you take back from it? Like, give us the run through, bro.
I mean, it was pretty interesting, like the setup they had, like for the ring and stuff like that. Like it was really in like the middle of Times Square, but it wasn't open to the public. Like it was closed off. It was only like
Yeah,
maybe 300 people allowed in there, which we all find like we all didn't really know that until like last minute. So it was a little bit strange on that side, but I mean, even still, there was like hundreds of thousands of people just like on the streets trying to still,
damn.
watch the fight and stuff like that. Yeah, so it was pretty crazy. It was definitely it's definitely an interesting experience. Never seen anything like it before.
As a young fighter, like yourself, even seeing experience in that, seeing kind of what Rolly like he's had like a roller coaster type of career, right? Had the Javante fight, lost it, won a belt, ended up losing again, and now to be back, how does that inspire you? And like, what did you see and experience and learn from all that? Because it is kind of dope to kind of see it, and I've seen how happy he was and how kind of taken back, and I seen like a million pictures you brought. I feel like you won the belt. Like I'm like, oh shit, like it was genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like you was like super happy. Like, what did you take from that, and what did you learn?
Yeah, and of course I was super happy for him because he's my guy, and of course I helped him, as much as I could during this training camp too. So I mean, it was like I was winning too. I was winning with him. um, but it's just great. It just showed me that to never give up and to keep working hard because of course Rolly had a couple setbacks, but he still stayed determined. He didn't let those losses and get to his head and mess him up mentally. He actually got a lot better from it, going
Yeah,
up to a new division as well and getting another world title. So
yeah, not going up to 147, and it seems like, and it's kind of weird because you guys are coming from two different worlds. Like you're one of the top prospects coming up, like with you, Carell Moten coming out of the Mayweather camp, guys like Abdullah Mason. You guys are part of the new wave, and Rolly's kind of experienced a lot. So to see that and to see where you're at as one of the top prospects, it's super. It's got to be a learning experience. Um, you know, I don't want to stay on Rolly, but where do you feel like he's going to go from here? What fight do you what do you want to see? Because I know a lot of people are fucking asking him questions like crazy about that. Where do you want to see him go from here? And where do you think he can go?
I mean, he can go as far as he wants to go. I mean, he proved that just like if you stay determined and disciplined, you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. So I mean, he of course he's taking some time off right now, enjoying the win, but I'm sure he'll be back later this year. And I'd like to see him fight some of the other good names around 47. So we'll see.
Now let's get to you, my guy. 5-0 now. One of the big guys going up. I mean, how's it been now? How's the camps going? Has the focus elevated? Do you want to be more active? What are you doing right now?
Yeah, of course. I'm always training hard. Of course, each win just motivates me more and gets me closer to that world title. So, I'm just waiting, and trusting, Floyd. He's been guiding my career the right way. And, I just spoke to him recently, so he's got a lot of big plans for me coming up. So, yeah, I'll be back in the ring soon. And, I mean, I just train hard and I just fight whoever they put in front of me.
So let's talk about the Floyd situation. Like a lot of people, is Floyd really that hands-on? I mean, I know he deals with a lot of stuff. I mean, he's always in the news, whether it's financial stuff or whatnot. How hands-on is Floyd really in regards to your moves that you want to see and the vision?
Yeah, Floyd is very hands on. He cares for all of his fighters, and even if you don't see him being hands on because he is a busy person, he has a lot of stuff going on. He's still hands on in the background where nobody really sees it. So yeah, he does care for his fighters, and he definitely is in there working on my behalf for sure.
What do you want to accomplish? How many times do you want to fight this year? I know you're 5-0 now. I mean, we've seen some of your peers fighting frequently. I think Abdullah Mason fought, I think, like, I want to say 6 or 7 times last year. And it's created a serious buzz behind that. How frequent do you want to fight, or do you kind of want to scale it at 3 or 4? I mean, what do you want to do? What do you think is the best game plan?
I mean, like, as a young fighter who just loves to fight, I mean, I'll fight every weekend if I had my way. So, I mean,
Wow.
like I said, I'm just trusting, Floyd and, Mayweather Promotions to guide my career the right way. And however many times they want me to fight, that's how many times I'm gonna be fighting. So, we'll see. I'm hoping to get like another 3 in this year, but we'll see how it goes.
Who do you want to see? I mean, there's got to be guys that you're seeing out there that you're like, yo, bro, like I could beat him now. I want the smoke with him now. I mean, what are you now? What are you, like 19? I think or something like that.
18.
Damn, you're still 18, bro.
Yeah.
You can't even buy a drink. That's crazy. But who do you like? I mean, 18 years old. You're still not even. You don't even have your man strength yet, which is kind of crazy. But I mean, when you look at some of your peers, guys going up, who are you kind of plotting on? Because I know you kind of seeing guys are like, yo, I could beat him, I could beat that guy, I can be there. I mean, what do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't really got no names right now. Because it's kind of hard to say when I feel like I am one of those people that's gonna be more fast tracked and get to that world title soon. So I mean, the people around the upcoming prospects around my division right now, there's not too many of them.
Mhm.
It's more just like the well-established people, and I feel like by the time I get up there, I honestly feel like those people still might be around there because I feel like I'm gonna get there kind of quickly. So I mean, when that time comes, I mean, I just want like whoever has like a belt at that point, but
I mean,
there's no real people I'm like eyeing down. It's just whoever has a belt at that point.
you are literally fighting in my opinion, the deepest division in terms of established fighters, and they may not be the prospects in there, but when you guys like Tim Tszyu, Fundora, Virgil Ortiz, there's a lot of smoke in that division. So I kind of get it. When you see that division, right? Who do you feel are the top fighters right now in that division? Who do you think is the guy right now?
Um, I mean, maybe Fundora. I like Fundora. He's been doing his thing, and he definitely like stands out from the rest. So, I'd probably say him.
Why do you say he stands out from the rest?
I mean, he's 6'6" at 154. And he's unheard of. So
Yeah,
that alone stands
absolutely
out.
crazy. Yeah, I mean 6'6", and it's kind of crazy because he likes to mix it up instead of standing outside. And
Yeah.
that's kind of weird. I know he's supposed to be fighting the rematch with Tim Tszyu. I mean, he backed out of he actually gave up his belt, right? Again, he was supposed to. They had a purse bid for Xander Zayas, and he backed out. Do you think the rematch is going to be any different between Tim and Sebastian?
It's hard to say because a lot of people think that Tim can do what he wanted to because of the cut and all the blood in his eyes and stuff, which makes sense. So, but then he did have that one loss, which kind of it looks like it took a little bit out of him too.
Yeah.
I think Fundora probably definitely learned a lot from the Tim Tszyu fight, so I think he's gonna come better on his end. So it should be interesting this time around. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna play out, so I'm excited to see it.
Somebody's asking. They said 5-0. He fought five fights this year. I don't think you fought all your fights at 18. Right? I'm not.
Nah. I turned pro like a week after I turned 17.
That's crazy, bro. How's the life of a pro athlete, pro boxer going? Like, how does that go? You're living out there. You're in Vegas, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm in Canada right now, back
Oh,
home in Canada, but yeah, I'm back in Vegas soon. I do most of my training there.
154, 18 years old. How I mean, I know you said you're gonna wait. How long do you think you could stay at that weight? Because I want to start at 154. That's kind of where Canelo started, if I'm not mistaken. How long do you think you stay at that weight, man? Because it's got to be difficult. 18, eating the way you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's hard to say right now, because I'm not sure how I'm gonna grow. Everyone says that I'm not done growing yet. My
yeah.
growth rate definitely slowed down a lot, but everyone says I'm not done. So it's kind of hard to say whether I'm just gonna hit a spurt one day and outgrow it, or if maybe it might potentially start picking up after a while and then I outgrow it. I mean, as of right now, I'm not having no problems making it. So I mean, right now I'm cool, but it's kind of hard to tell how long I'll be here for.
Now, I know you be with your pops a lot, and you guys are very careful what you put out in social media. But as successful as social media has made some of the fighters, especially like a Rolly, like a Ryan Garcia, do you ever get tempted to be like, yo, I want to go viral. I want to put something out. I want to talk some shit because I want some, them checks are looking crazy. A lot of guys getting that turkey money and, just because, they're popular. Ryan's never been a champion and he's still a headliner.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what a lot of people do these days. I think a lot of people are in the position they're in right now, even though they shouldn't be there just because of the way that they go and talk online. But I mean, that's not really my thing. That's just not what I do. So I mean, I don't get tempted to do that. I know at the end of the day, my skills is gonna speak for itself. So once I get to a certain point, it's like you can't really deny me because of my skills.
So we're never going to see you do them wild press conference where you pushing someone because you look so even killed, bro. You never look like you mad. You look like you kind of remind me. It's kind of weird, but of Gabby Fundora. Like Gabby's a killer, right?
Yeah.
She's always smiling. She's always just happy, and I'm just like, dude, like. But once the bell rings, it's like a completely different person. I mean, how do you turn it on and off like that?
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you have to, and boxing, you have to. At the end of the day, that person's trying to get you out of there. So I mean, you can't be in there being Mr. Nice Guy when you in the ring. But outside of the ring is a different story. Outside of the ring is, I mean, we're not fighting. So I mean, I'm cool outside the ring, but inside the ring is a different story.
Well, you look like you're always cool. You always like you're happy, you're chilling. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, my man Dane said, ask him if he's cool with Fundora being so big, cutting down to that weight. That was
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know what Fundora walks around at, but I mean, it seems like he makes 54 comfortably. But I mean, like real fighters, real like great fighters would be able to adjust to anything. So it doesn't matter, how tall he is or anything like that. When that time comes, you have to be ready to go in there and face what you're gonna face and be prepared for that.
Now the big talk recently has been Dana White making his debut after they signed that TKO deal with Dana White with Turkey Al-Sheikh, right? And a lot of people are debating: is it good for boxing? Is it bad for boxing? Are promoters going to be kind of pushed out? Is it going to be a different ball game? My bad. You busy over there?
Nah, we're good. Sorry.
Yeah. So what do you feel like Dana White is? Do you think it's a positive? I mean, I don't know if you know much about the situation, but do you feel like TKO and Dana White with Turkey Al-Sheikh is a positive for boxing, or what do you feel about that?
I mean, I think if they go like how they're doing in the UFC, like making all the biggest fights happen, then I think it's a plus. And I think they have to make sure that they pay the fighters good as well, because I mean, all the big names aren't gonna switch over if it's like if they're getting paid less than what they're getting now, they're not gonna go for that regardless of how it's doing. So I mean, I think as long as they paying like they matching what everyone's still getting, and they do make the big fights happen like they do in the UFC, then I think it's good for boxing.
Yeah, because it dropped. They had the pay scales and those things, and it was by ranking. If you're ranked a certain amount, you get a certain amount. And they had leaked that. How? I mean, and that was the big thing. People are knocking it, but and then I was trying to tell people like most boxers don't get paid as much as, or it's kind of similar to what they were getting paid. Do you think the pay is going to be the big difference? Do you think it's like? Who do you think it benefits? Do you think it benefits the newer boxers? What do you think?
Which pay benefits newer boxers?
Like what Dana White's doing with the UFC, because he's promising them 3-4 fights a year. You're making close to 6 figures, and they had like a whole scale that they had leaked out.
Oh yeah, I think it yeah, I mean I didn't really see the skill, but I guess it'll probably from what I'm thinking in my head, it'll probably benefit the more up and coming fighters more, and the more well established ones less. Just from what I know right now, but I mean I haven't seen the skill, so I can't say
Yeah,
exactly.
it's out there. You get a chance, and it's crazy because I was when I had did my research on it, and most boxers don't get paid that much, and it was, and when I was reading in the UFC, it's kind of more scaled. It's kind of, they know what they're getting, and they're getting more fights frequently. And if you're not with a big promoter, it's harder to get fights. Like I know a lot of boxers that struggle to get fights.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So, I kind of do. I'm very interested in seeing how it translates. But to see Canelo and Crawford be the launch point of that, they're definitely taking it serious. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure, for sure.
What do you think about the Canelo and Crawford being announced September 12th? What do you feel about that?
It's pretty interesting. Crawford definitely trying to strive for greatness, going up a couple more weight classes. I mean, he started at 35, so it's crazy to see him doing what he's doing now. But I mean, the two biggest names in boxing are fighting, so I mean that's what it's all about, giving the fans what they want. So it's gonna be exciting to see.
What's your take on it, though? What do you feel? Who do you think has the advantage? A lot of people are questioning, or at first we're saying, hey, Crawford's going up 3 weight classes from 147 to 168. He did have that one fight at 154, which people were like, oh, he's getting hit a lot. He doesn't look the same. Then Canelo just had to fight with Skull, where people are now saying, well, he wasn't able to cut off the ring. Do you put a lot into those fights after watching them? Did it change your opinion on it? What do you think is going to transpire in the ring?
I mean, everyone's gonna have an off performance or an awkward fighter. Every once in a while, that's just boxing. I mean, when I'm just looking at Canelo and Crawford, Crawford has a very high ring IQ. Very good skill set, but he is coming up. He is coming up a lot in weight, and I mean we've seen in boxing a lot that there's weight classes for a reason, and I
Mhm.
mean it's not just coming up against a bum. And this is Canelo. He's probably the most experienced champion in boxing right now. He's been in there with anyone you could think of. So I mean, like skill wise, you can give Crawford that advantage, but weight and experience and stuff. Canelo has a little bit of an advantage. So I mean, I feel like honestly, it's kind of like a 50-50 fight. I couldn't really lean one way or the other.
So if you had one bag of money, $10,000 right now, let's say 10,000, and that 10,000 had to go on one person, you had to bet, Joe. I mean, who are you going with?
Man, I just stash it. I wouldn't even bet. I'm not a betting man.
Oh, you're so politically correct. Come on, you got to give me somebody. Nothing.
Nah, I couldn't even bet on that. It's really 50-50.
Oh my god. One of the other big fights that's supposed to happen, kind of your man kind of ruined it, Rolly. Devin versus Ryan Garcia. It's supposed to still happen. Do you still want to see that fight, or do you feel like it doesn't even make any sense anymore?
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. Is kind of interesting seeing how it would play out, considering like both of their last performances. So I kind of would want to see it just because I feel like now like the whole narrative kind of changed, and I don't really know what to expect in it now. So I actually still would want to see it.
Do you think it's the same outcome? Do you think Devin can make the necessary? Because when I watched the Devin fight, I feel like he looked like a I don't want to say a battered fighter, but mentally, I don't feel like he was there. I feel like he wasn't doing the things that got him there. I feel like he was running a lot, which I never seen. Do you feel like that's playing a part in it, or do you feel like it was just that particular fight and he's gonna be the same Devin in the next one?
I mean, it could be that particular fight. I mean, you have to remember going into the Ryan fight, Devin and Ryan are super comfortable with each other. So Devin went in there kind of trying to like fight him because he knows him, so he's not real cautious, and he got caught
Right.
with some stuff. So he might be overly cautious this time around, like he was in his last fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how Ryan's gonna come this time around now, coming off of a loss. So that's why I said I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. That's why I kind of want to see it.
Someone at Dan says they ask you who are your top 3 fighters right now.
I say Jerron Ennis, Shakur Stevenson, Rolando Romero.
Oh shit! I got Rolly's my number 1 pound for pound media fighter in the world. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I watch all his interviews. I think he's hilarious. Boots Ennis, they talking about him versus Teofimo. I mean, Teofimo can't stay out of the media with his antics. What do you feel about that fight?
I mean, I don't know. That's the smartest decision for Teo. I mean, Boots is a big welterweight. I mean, Teo's like started at 35. Boots is a lot bigger than him. So
yeah, I think Boots is a lot bigger than him, but I think, in my opinion, I feel like Teofimo, he wins off of sheer athleticism a lot of times, and Boots is or more athletic than Teofimo. So I don't see how Teo wins that fight. And I'm kind of with you on that. Like, I'm kind of like, damn, bro. I get it. You want the big fights, but I wouldn't have taken it if I was him. But that seems like it's gonna get locked in, so I don't know.
yeah, we'll see.
Last, I'm gonna let you go. I know you're over there. When is your next fight? I mean, I asked you before how many times you feel like fighting. You're waiting on what Floyd wants to do. Do you have anything locked in? And if so, when and where?
Nothing locked in, but I'll probably be expected like back in mid-July.
Mid-July?
Yeah.
So what's that? What, like 2 months? So
Yep.
you're already pretty much in camp.
Yeah, just starting.
So wait, your camp is in Vegas, so you're about to hit back. You about to go back to Vegas, or you're in Canada?
Vegas. I'm about to head back to Vegas. I'm just here for the last little bit before I start again.
I ain't mad at it, man. I always like kicking it with you, my guy. Keep me in tune, man. You know what I mean? I need a team, Joseph Brown, bro. Can I get one of them shirts?
Yeah, for sure.
Support, bro. I got you. Just let me know. Send me the link. I'll order it. And I got you, my brother.
Most definitely. I appreciate that.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you coming in, showing love. I support you however, my brother.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
My man. Appreciate you.
All right.
That was my man, Joseph Brown, future world champion at 154 pounds. Always like to check in on my little guy, my little bro. And, we're going to keep it moving. I appreciate everybody that was on. Pacquiao vs. Barrios. Oh, God. Nobody wants to see that bullshit, Ash. I don't want to see that bullshit. Pacquiao needs to goddamn it retire. I'm sorry. I don't want to see that, man. I feel like he's going to get hurt in that fight really bad. Even though I think the easiest belt to win at 147 is Barrios. But I don't want to see that bullshit. Man, he's like 58. Like, who the fuck wants to see that shit? Why is Manny Pacquiao fighting right now? Seriously. I've heard rumors of financial problems. Didn't he make like 150 million versus Floyd Mayweather? What the fuck do you do to lose that type of money? Jesus Christ. Why are you fighting at 46, 47, 48 years old? And then you're fighting someone I don't view Barrios as the best fighter at 147 pounds. But Jesus Christ, he's still active for years. I mean, it's got to be some type of advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you could sit there and tell me that. Maidana retired forever after his Floyd fight. Absolutely, Dave. I would have too. Listen, after Maidana beat the brakes over Adrian Broner, he hit the lotto. He ended up getting a first Floyd fight. He makes it debatable and gets the rematch. I'm done. That's it. No more. I'm on the beach enjoying my money. Why in the world is Manny Pacquiao still fucking fighting? Seriously, there should be like a cutoff. And I'm just being real. I have to address this. That was a good question, Ash. There has to be some type of a cutoff. You should not be allowed to fight after a certain age. Did you see that guy that was like 60 years old that had his first professional fight and got knocked out like in 30 seconds? I don't know if that shit was real, but that's what I envision when I see Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, it's just fucking horrible. No, there isn't a fucking age limit. Apparently, listen, guys, in order to become a pro, it's not as hard as you fucking think. It all depends on like I think rounds or whatever. I forget what the fuck it is, but I went to a couple of underground shows. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I went to a few underground shows, and kid you not, bro, there was some guys on there that I thought were gonna die. Like I'm talking about, bro, getting fucking mauled in the middle of the fights, getting fucking destroyed. I could not believe what I was seeing, and some of these guys are like, "How the fuck is this guy pro?" So I would ask questions. I would like, "Yo, how, what's the criteria?" The criteria isn't as tough as it may seem. Some of you guys might be able to sign up and become pro. That's how fucking it's just bad. It's just fucking bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it's pretty fucking sad. But Manny Pacquiao, please stay the fuck off the ring. We love you, Manny. We don't want to be doing no goddamn rest in peace. Oh my god. I don't want to be doing none of that. Please, Manny, please stay the fuck home. Do karaoke, play basketball like you like doing. Do those things. You're a good karaoke singer. Drop a fucking album. Do not go back in the goddamn ring, Manny. Please. We don't want to see our heroes ended like that, okay? We don't. On that note, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with my co-host Christine. We'll be talking some shit. We'll be addressing some things. I definitely appreciate y'all. I'm gonna continue to drop some shit for y'all. Continue to support. Let the channel grow. Make sure y'all like, hit the subscribe button, the share button. Please, please, please. We're gonna continue to grow. Love y'all to death, man. I'm out of here.